What is going on, everybody? My name is Jordan, aka Shot Props, and we are back with Puckin Around. Joining me, as always, Tyson, aka Spittin' Picklets.
Yo, yo.
We've also got Ray, aka Firefighter Betts.
Yo, what up?
And joining us today, we've got a special guest, as you can see if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter. Gator Sports Betting. You can follow him at Gator_betting on Twitter. He also hosts the Expected Bets 4 podcast. Gator, thanks for joining us today. How are we doing?
Good. What's going on? Thanks for having me, guys. Excited to be here. Unbelievable slate today. I was looking at it last night, and there's so many playoff implications today. It's incredible. It truly is.
There's a lot. So I'm excited to dig in. Anything that we want to highlight before we jump into game number one?
I just got one thing. I'm at work, so if you guys hear those tones, I'm out. So,
Fair enough.
like usual.
Hey, you turn your ringer off today, Fire?
Yeah, my ringer is on. I'm sorry.
We got no background noise from Fire's phone. That's great. Just a reminder, please like, comment, share, subscribe. All the good stuff helps us out, grow the show. We want to reach as many people as possible and help out folks. If you're watching on Twitter, thank you for watching. Just know we can't see your comments, so if you want to join the chat, we try to keep it very interactive. Just join us on YouTube, and we're happy to read your comments, answer your questions, all that good stuff. With that being said, let's jump into our first game. We'll pull up their screen here so we get some stats. Up first, we have the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Washington Capitals. The Caps are a -300 money line favorite, and the over/under set at 6.5. Your goaltenders will be Anton Khudobin for the Blackhawks, and Darcy Kemper is back from injury for the Capitals. Fire, let's start with you. Anything on the slate or on this game for you?
Yeah, man. I got one. I got one play in this game, and I'm going with Dylan Strome for a point. -130. Some people like that price, some people don't, but that's playable for me for one unit. But he has 13 points in his last 9 games. He's on the top power play unit, and he's also on that line one alongside Ovi and I believe Tom Wilson. So, Ovi should score tonight, honestly. Chicago, they're putting in a goalie that is not so good. I don't think he started this year either. So, I like Caps to roll this game, and I like Dylan Strome to get a point.
All right, Dylan Strome for a point is Fire's play. Let's go to our guest, Gator. Anything in this game you'd like to highlight?
Yeah, I like Firefighters play a lot. Dylan Strome over half a point there too. Revenge spot as well. He was on the Blackhawks for a while. So I really like that play for him. In his previous game against the Blackhawks, he also recorded a point. I like the over here. I grabbed it at 6 here. Like you said before, Anton Khudobin get his first start as a Blackhawk here. Wasn't great before. Was sent down to the minors earlier this season. Kind of gets thrown to the wolves here. Washington hasn't been great defensively at all in their last few games, but they have been able to score. So I do like the over at 6 here, -120 on Caesars. So that's my play in this matchup tonight.
That's awesome. So we're taking the over at 6, which you can find on Caesars. Very nice. And Spittin', anything for you in this one?
Yeah, it's just the Strome factor against his former team. I really like that, and on the streak he's on. I just wanted to say one thing about Khudobin. Like, how bad do you have to be to get sent to the minors on the Blackhawks, dude? Peter Mrazek and Alex Stalock beat you up? Come on. Where's the goalie from the bubble?
Yeah, right. He was solid at one point, but I guess we'll see how he looks tonight.
He was on Dallas. He just got traded to the Blackhawks 3 weeks ago, they said.
Right.
So he was on Dallas, but he has been awful.
Yeah, but he still didn't come up right away.
No. They say he had a point below 900 save percentage, and it wasn't really close. So,
wow,
Jeez.
That's a tough look.
Yeah, so the over looks great.
Yep.
So that's great, awesome. And T-Rex is saying he believes it's from the Domi trade. That he might have been part of the Domi trade. So there you go.
Okay.
Lots of love for Strome there.
Probably just a cap dump.
Yeah, I would assume so. Okay, there we go.
Jordan, did you talk about John Carlson coming back?
No, we didn't cover that. Actually, it's a good point. So John Carlson will be back. Power play, or he's quarterbacking the first power play unit. First game back from getting his orbital fracture. I think it was.
I don't know. His face was messed
It was a
up.
face,
Yeah.
definitely a broken
Something bad.
face. In a broken
Yeah.
face. And he's back. I think he missed 30-something games. So he'll be quarterbacking power play 1, and Sandin will be quarterbacking power play number 2 from the defensive spot.
I think that's huge. That's huge for the Caps, man.
Yeah, so he's.
I looked into him a little bit, but I just don't like attacking guys in their first game back.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
That's fair. Okay, awesome. So that's one game down. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we've got the Minnesota Wild taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. The Wild are a -150 money line favorite, and your over/under set at 5.5. Goaltenders for this one, we're looking at Marc-Andre Fleury and Carter Hart for the Flyers. Before we jump into the plays, just going to say what's up to Millie. Good to see you. Let's go to Gator on this one. Anything you want to highlight? Minnesota at Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is the one game that I don't have many plays in. It's tough to get a read on this one for me personally. I mean, Carter Hart's been great, but then he's also been bad at the same time. Fleury's kind of found some consistency as of late, but no, I really don't have any plays. If I really had to make a play here, I guess I'd lean Minnesota money line, but this is a stay away game for me.
Very nice, very nice. Spittin', what about you? Similar boat?
I like this play. I like this game. I got 2 plays in this one. One's a parlay piece, and the other is just a straight. So I'll talk about the straight first. I'm going Ryan Hartman over 2.5 shots on goal. I got that at -134. He's a road warrior, man. Cleared 16 of the last 19 on the road, 63% on the year. He's got 63 shot attempts in his last 10 as well. He cleared in his only road game against the Flyers last year. And the Flyers are actually allowing the 4th most shots on goal to centers in the last 10 games, which they used to be pretty good at, limiting the shots on goal allowed, but it seems like they're allowing a lot more recently. Since Kaprizov has been out of the lineup, he's cleared 4 out of those last 6 games. And, he's bumped up to the top power play, and Philly's allowing 3.6 power play opportunities per game. So should see some power play time. Hopefully he generate some shots on that. My parlay piece is Matt Boldy for a point. I got that at -160. He's on a 6-game point streak right now, totaling 10 points. He's got a point in 3 out of his last 3 against Philly, totaling 5 points. So he's just on a heater right now, and with all the power play opportunities they're giving up, hopefully we get the bad Carter Hart tonight. But he seems to really be excelling in the point department without Kaprizov.
All right. So 2 looks from Spittin' in this one. Very nice. Also, I don't think it's on my end. Spittin', would you be able to just hop off the call for a minute and come right back? We're getting a little bit of static from you.
Yeah, that was buzzy.
Thanks, brother. Much appreciated. And Ray, while Spittin' is resetting, anything for you?
I just got a slight lean. I do like Boldy. As you can see, he has 28 attempts in his last 3 games. He's cleared 5 and 6 against pretty good defensive teams. And then that 3rd team, Boston, he only had 2, but 8 attempts, which I do like. Flyers are giving up the 4th most shots to right wingers last 5 days, so could be different on yours. I was looking at last 5. Let's see, last 10. Flyers. Ooh, they're pretty down there. But
right wing is always pretty tight, though.
For sure. That's, I look at last 5 and last 10, but I saw last 5, they are giving up the 4th most. But I like Boldy tonight. It's just a slight lean, plus money. If I do lock it in, just stay tuned in the Discord. I'll be dropping it in there. As of now, he's not an official play. So
perfect. Makes sense. And we've got a question in the chat as well.
Were my plays really that bad? You had to kick me out? Jeez.
Oh. Volume is significantly better, so it paid off.
Yeah.
It paid off. And do you want to say shout out to Spittin', joining us from the mobile office, making it work?
Again.
His schedule's crammed, and he's making time for us, so we appreciate it.
I get off school. My class ends at 2:00, and we're live at 2:05. So I got 5 minutes to write down all these plays. So It's tough.
Well, he's making it work though, so shout out to Spittin. Question from T-Rex was, any love for Joel Eriksson Ek as the center? Is he, I think, alluding to Philly not great against centers in the last 10? So let's take a quick look at Joel Eriksson Ek and we'll see what the panel thinks.
Yeah, I'm looking as well. He has not hit against them previous 3 games. He is better. It's about the same on the road and at home, both like 57, 58%. I'm not opposed to it. I mean, his attempts don't look that great, though. That's my only thing.
Okay.
5.1 his last 10 road games. So
Yeah, that's another fair point. Let's take a quick look at his road games real quick as well.
Yeah, I think you're forcing a play here with him. There's so many better spots tonight, so I wouldn't. He wouldn't be a guy that I really want to jump on. I say tonight, so I'm gonna pass on him.
yeah, his TOI looks phenomenal though, but
Yeah.
his volume's not there for me.
Okay, hopefully that helps, T-Rex. And then one other quick question before we move on. This is from Lilbert Tie 8. Hopefully I got that right. Oh, Lieber Tie 8? Close enough. Let me know in the comments how close I was. What do you think of Fleury over 26.5 saves? Let me go back to our main screen here.
Yep, I'm gonna pull up something as well.
Minnesota's just been shooting a lot lately, so I could really see them kind of dominating play today, and I don't know how much volume Fleury's going to end up getting.
Yeah, in terms of shots against, Minnesota's been kind of bad, 48, 36, 37, 36 in their last 4. So, and Philly's been shooting a ton. Or no, they haven't actually. So that'd be my only concern there on Philly's front is the lack of shots.
Yeah, Philly last 10 home games are averaging 27.8 shots, but Minnesota's allowing 33.6 their last 10 away games. So if he does, he'll probably barely clear 27, 28. I think that would be a little sweaty.
Okay, there we go. So we think it's a close one. Again, one of those things where so many plays, we like it, but it's not a smash spot.
Did I get any feedback on my plays from either of these guys?
Yeah, they said it was the best plays they've ever heard.
Yeah,
Definitely.
right.
So
I like your boldy angle. So
Yeah, I like both of them. The Hartman play I didn't really consider today, but diving into it, I just wrote it down. So I like
Hartman
a lot.
Hartman also, I think, he used to play for the Flyers, and I believe he was at his cabin when he actually got traded to the Wild, and he had no service, so he had no idea for like 2 days. It's funny.
That's a hell of a story.
Yeah.
amazing. All righty, couple plays from that one. Moving on. Moving to Montreal at Boston, where Boston is a minus 425 money line favorite, and your over-under set at 6.5. Jake Allen in net for the Canadiens. Jeremy Swayman will be in net for the Bruins. Only note lineup-wise in this one is Mike Hoffman will be moving from line 3 to line 1. Nothing else of note here. Let's go to Gator on this one. Anything Montreal at Boston?
Yeah, I mean, you have to get creative here. You're not taking the money line, even the puck line's borderline unplayable at this point. So I like the Bruins first period, minus half a goal, minus 115. It was minus 110 yesterday. The Bruins have just dominated the Canadiens historically, winning each of their last 8 matchups. Sorry for that. The last 10 games, the Bruins have averaged 1.1 goals for and 0.6 goals against. On the other hand, the Habs have averaged 1.6 goals for and 2.10 goals against. The Bruins have cleared this number in 6 of their last 10 at home. On the road, the Habs have only cleared this number 3 of their last 10. Earlier this season, they were tied after the first period here, but Bruins, I feel like, are going to come out strong at home tonight. They've been so much better. Then you look at the goaltending as matchup as well. Allen versus Swayman, not really comparable by any means. Allen faced Colorado in his last start. Similar kind of high-powered offense where he allowed 6. So I think the Bruins jump out to an early lead here. And, for minus 115, I think it's a pretty decent price.
Love it. I think that's our first period bet on the show. Gator making history.
They seem so profitable,
Yeah, there's a few websites. There's not a lot of websites out there to do it, but there is a few good ones.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, that's a good look. Let's go to Spittin' next.
I'm going with the pasta Pasta man over 4.5. He's cleared 4 straight, 59% at home this season. He's averaging 4.9 shots on goal at home, so just pretty much 5. 89 shot attempts his last 10. He's cleared in the only game against Montreal this season, and we know Montreal's terrible against wingers. They're second worst. Or they allow the second most shots on goal to wingers on the season, and they only allow 2.6 power play opportunities a game, but Pass is leading by far the team with 15 power play shots on goal over his last 10. So even if they do get 2 power plays, 1.5 shots per power play, that's 3 shots right there. 2 on even strength. That's all we need.
9 attempts per game over the last 10. That's insane.
Crazy volume.
Nice volume. Yeah. Okay. So David Pasternak over 4.5 shots for Spittin'. And Fire, anything for you?
Yeah, I'm going with Jake DeBrusk over 2.5 today. Usually a pasta guy, but not today. No carbs today, all right? But DeBrusk, he's cleared 4 out of his last 5. His attempts are very, very, very steady, unfortunately. But I think this is a game he can't hit. He's hit 4 out of the last 4 against Montreal, dating back to last year. I believe Montreal is allowing the 8th most shots to right wingers last 5 days, so I think this is a good spot for him. He has great history. Like I said, his shot attempts are great. It seems like he's getting right over that, 4 or 5 mark. So I think this is a good game for him to hit this line.
I was looking at either DeBrusk or Pasta, and just the volume for me, even though it's 3 more shots, 2 more shots, I still want Pasta. So I do like the DeBrusk angle as well.
Yeah, I like both of those. I had both those guys circled today, but just went with the first period.
I think something you can look at as well. I mean, Swayman, he's had back-to-back shutouts. For him to get a shutout today is plus 495. So
Dang.
maybe someone wants to.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't play it, but I'm just saying he's had back-to-back shutouts.
It's not a bad look. Yeah.
No.
If someone wants to play, his shutout.
That's Ray's sneaky play of the stream.
Watch it hit.
Yeah.
I like it. Anything else on this one before we move on?
I looked into Lindholm as a potential parlay piece at over 1.5, minus 160. He's on the top power play unit, and I think he's cleared in 2 of the last 3 or something like that.
Last 3.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
So that could be a look.
All right, bonus lean from Spittin'. Very nice. All right, next up, we have the New York Rangers taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes are a minus 140 money line favorite with the over-under set at 5.5. In net, we have Igor Shesterkin taking on Frederik Andersen. And your milestone of the game is Vladimir Tarasenko, currently sitting at 299 career assists. Let's go to Spittin' first in this one. Anything in this one?
I don't have anything. This was the same. I think this is the same game we had on Tuesday.
Exact same matchup. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they just switched home and away. I don't have anything. These teams aren't really something I like to target like against each other. So I might stay off. I looked into Igor's saves, but I'm not sure.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, a little bit of a tighter game here. We'll go to Ray next. Anything for you in New York at Carolina?
Running back Rangers money line?
I had 3 plays in this game last
3.
matchup, and
Wow.
Yeah, they all missed. I had Rangers ML. They sold, that last period. I had Aho over 2.5. He had 2 shots first period, nothing after. And then I had Zibanejad for a point in a parlay piece, and he absolutely crushes Carolina. I'm not playing anything. Watch them all hit today. So if you do want to run it back, Rangers ML, Aho shots, and Zibanejad for a point. So,
Where's day after bets when you need them?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, no, I don't have anything in this game for that.
So nothing from Ray here. And Gator, anything for you in this one?
Yeah, I actually do like the Rangers money line here. It's a little system here play, but when teams play back to back, kind of the closer they do, the more I like it here. So they obviously matched up in their last one. Carolina won 3-2 here. It usually reverses. It's super hard to beat a team, kind of even with a month or week span, let alone kind of back to back games here. So at plus money, I do like the Rangers money line today.
and they were winning that game. Carolina overtook them in the third.
Oh
were.
yeah.
So, yeah, definitely a good look there. Awesome.
I think
So
it was
monthly-
3-1 at one point or something like that.
2-1.
Are we
2-1.
worried about the Canes?
Yes.
Are we worried about them? Like, I think no matter who they play, if they fall out of the top spot or, like if they play the Devils or the Rangers, I think they're out first round.
That first round matchup right now, they're projected against the Isles. We were talking about this yesterday, and we're
Ooh.
like, that's not a great matchup for them.
No.
No. You're like, the Islanders can play those low scoring games and be fine. They have that shutdown goaltending in Sorokin. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
not an ideal first round for them at all. I think they'd rather get Florida almost at this point.
If I'm any top team, I don't want Florida.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Day After Bets is listening. He's building his card now. Before we move on to our next game, I know, Gator, you just mentioned that you were talking about the playoff matchups yesterday. Where can people listen to that if they want to hear more?
Yeah, so that's on Apple Podcasts at Expected Bets 4. I think we've had all three of you guys on at this point now. So, yeah, no,
Yes, sir.
be sure to drop us a follow there. But, yeah, usually a weekly podcast, so check it out.
Terrific. And we'll do another plug at the end, but make sure you check out Expected Bets 4. All right. Next game. Tampa Bay is taking on the Ottawa Senators. The over-under is set at 6.5, and the Lightning are a -130 money line favorite. I don't believe we have any goalie information confirmed for this one. We have two likely goalies. So Elliott
and Sogard have been confirmed on Money Puck.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. So it looks like these guys are confirmed elsewhere. So we'll go with that. Brian Elliott for the Lightning and Mad Sogard for the Senators. We'll start with Gator on this one. Anything you want to highlight?
Yeah, I'm going over here. For sure. Just given the goaltender matchup, for sure. Tampa Bay is coming off a tough loss against the Canadiens on Tuesday night where they only scored twice here. But as we've seen kind of countless times, this Tampa Bay team, given their veteran presence, can rebound. They have the scoring ability to do so. Elliott net doesn't exactly maybe lean one side or the other here. He has been decent, -1.0, goal saved above expected. So a little below average, but nothing too crazy on his part here. But Ottawa as well. I just think this game, their offense, a little stagnant as of late, but I think this is the game where they really get going. They have the Elliott net opposite. So I like the over 6.5 here for sure.
I love that. That's a great look. Awesome. Ray, anything from you in this one?
I'm backing Gator on the over as well. Over 6.5. I got it like -125. So there's not much more than I can say than what he just said. So I'm definitely riding with that. Just a couple leans here. Probably not going to play it just because I've been playing these guys so much lately. But Victor Hedman looks great.
No.
I'm not playing him. I'm not playing him. I've been playing him so much. I've been playing him and Kucherov so much. Playing these guys today.
No.
But overall, he does look good today. But he has pretty good history against Ottawa. Ottawa's given up tons of power play time. That's all I really got.
Okay. Very nice. Thank you, Ray. And Spittin'?
No, I'm not betting on anything regarding Tampa Bay for a while. If we had Vasi in net, I would have taken his saves. That's where I'll draw the line. I'm not taking any shooters for them just because Ottawa's been shooting so much lately, which has been really limiting the other team's shots. So I'm not touching it. I'll probably ride the over because of what Gator and Fire said, but nothing official from me.
Yep, I'm fair enough, and I'm with you guys. I will lock in that over now as well. All right. Anything else on this one?
I think
if Vasi was in net, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you can look at, since we like the over, you can look at some point angles here. Stamkos, he's on a pretty good point streak. He has good history against Ottawa as well. So does Braden Point. They both have good history for point-wise versus Ottawa. So if we like the over, then some guys look good for points as well.
Yep, that's always a good look too. Very nice. Shout out T-Rex. He's saying he's playing Sergachev. He cashed it for us on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
There
Is
you
he
go.
playing his shots, he said?
Yeah, I'm assuming shots.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. We got a couple plays in here. Next up, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on Rays, Florida Panthers. The over-under is set at 6.5, and Florida is a minus 135 money line favorite. Sergei Bobrovsky will be in net for the Panthers. Lundell is moving to line 1. And Matthew Tkachuk is playing in his 500th career game tonight. Let's go to Ray, his team, the hometown team. Anything for Toronto at Florida?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good game, but I'm going with Verhaeghe over 3.5. Got at minus 110, minus 115. His volume is just insane right now. His last 5 games, he's averaging 9.6 shot attempts. At home, we got the stat keeper on our side, so you can't go wrong. 65% hit rate at home. He's cleared 8 out of the last 10. Unfortunately, he does not have the best history against Toronto, but the last time they played, he had 6 shots on goal, so I think he looks fairly good today. Toronto has been a little weaker to wingers lately, so I like that angle as well.
Awesome. Very nice. Carter Verhaeghe. Oh, sorry. He's over 3.5.
Over 3.5.
Very nice. Yeah, the attempts are just crazy over the last 4. That's nuts. Very nice. Okay. Gator, let's go to you.
Yeah, I mean, that Florida stat keeper has got to be the unsung hero of NHL gambling Twitter for sure. Whoever that man is, I mean, he has helped us out so many countless times. No plays in this one for sure. But I did like Florida, but obviously it moved minus 110 opening line now to minus 140. So I'm going to pass on this one.
Okay, fair enough. And now we'll go to Spittin'. Anything from you?
That's kind of odd to see them be minus 140 favorites, but it's probably because Joseph Wall's confirmed, right?
Did he?
I thought I got a notification.
I thought it was
saying that.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet.
I don't know.
Daily Faceoff doesn't have anything as of right now.
Yeah, I see Murray projected. That's all I see.
Okay. I don't know. I thought I saw it. My bad.
Okay.
I don't have. I circled Verhaeghe. I didn't get the chance to write down any of his stats, but Fire covered it. Thank God. I don't know if I'm actually going to play it. Something I will do is I'll probably build out like a Super Cats or whatever that Gretzky Betsky does. Like this game should see a ton of shots. So, yeah, probably just do a same game parlay with that.
Okay, very very nice.
This is a game where I'm excited to watch.
I agree.
Should be fireworks.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's gonna be a fun game to watch. 100%.
Yeah.
I think also Maple Leafs just got embarrassed their last game. I think they're going to try to come out firing today. Honestly.
Florida did too, kind of though. 6-3 loss to Philly.
No.
So that's what I saw. I mean, usually I'd try to back Toronto if they're coming off that loss, but Florida's coming off a terrible loss as well. So it kind of negates that angle for sure.
I'm
And they're
assuming
going back home. So
I'm assuming this totals at 7. I haven't had a chance to look.
Yeah, plus money at 7.
I like the 6.5, but
and once first game they played in January, once overtime.
Fire, didn't you have a lean earlier that you were talking about?
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Not anymore.
No, just I wrote it in the chat earlier. I was looking at Bob saves over 25.5, which I feel like is really low.
Mm-hmm.
But I started digging into it, and the Leafs have not been shooting at all lately.
It's literally just Matthews.
Under 30 per game over the last 30 days. So not great.
I feel
How
like
about this play?
kind of dropped off a little bit as well. So
I was going to say, I got a crazy angle here. I mean, the last 3 matchups all went to OT here. You go on DraftKings right now, a 60-minute line for a draw is plus 350. So I may be sprinkling that tonight as one of the undercover bets for the night.
Ooh,
Okay, so
very nice.
we got a Swayman shutout. We got Florida, Toronto OT. I need to buckle up and figure something out here.
and I'm going to take Boston money line.
Yeah, there we go.
Dang.
So Spittin' we're just waiting on you now.
Okay,
we do
sounds
have
good.
a question. We do have a question before we move on. T-Rex says there's a PPP option, player performance parlay on FanDuel for Tkachuk and Matthews over 3.5 in the plus 170 range.
I love that.
I love Matthews, honestly.
Mm-hmm. That looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks good too.
There you go. You got 2 thumbs up, T-Rex. Okay, let's move on to our next game. We have the St. Louis Blues taking on the Detroit Red Wings. The Wings are a -125 home favorite, and your over/under set at 6.5. Joel Hofer in net for the Blues, and Magnus Hellberg in net for the Red Wings. Vrana is moving down to line 3 for the Blues, and Jake Neighbors will be moving up to take his spot from line 4, moving to line 1. So a couple quick notes there on the lines. Let's start with Gator on this one. We haven't started with Gator.
Yeah, I don't really love this game, to be honest. But again, similar angle. These teams just played in their last out. St. Louis plus 105 on the road here. Haven't been great at really any situational spot, home or away here. But plus money again here. I lean St. Louis in this matchup, but it's not certainly my play of the day or one that I'm overly passionate about here.
Okay, fair enough. We'll go to Spittin next.
So I don't have anything official. I was looking into Vrana just day after bets again. It seems to work out more often than it doesn't. Just because we had him for a goal last time and a point against the team that did him really dirty. Like, I feel like today's the day. He could have, but now he's down to line 3. Don't know if I love that.
He's been on every single line since
I know. He's just been shuffling. Like he was on Buchnevich's line when he was on a crazy streak, and that was awesome. Then he got bumped up, and then now he's the bottom feeder.
But they also have Jordan Kyrou on the second power play, so I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I see something different on left wing lock. So,
all right, so one to monitor then.
Yeah.
What does left wing lock say? Do you want to just?
Yeah. Are you talking about line wise or power play? Line wise, it looks accurate, but power play it has Kyrou, Krug, Blyas, Shen, and Vrana on the first line.
Oh.
And then the second line has Kakkonen, Saad, Thomas, Buchnevich, and Folk. So.
Okay, so they just have them switched then. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But I don't see Letty on the power play on left wing.
Okay.
So, like Jordan said, kind of just keep monitoring these things and make sure you look at this before you lock something in.
Absolutely, yeah. And one question or one comment before we move on. Day After Bet's not a fan of Vrana, apparently, so there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, we got our next game. Firefighters backup team, the Seattle Kraken, taking on the Nashville Predators. Kraken are a -135 road favorite. The over/under set at 6.5. Your goaltenders are Joey Decord for the Kraken and UC Saros for the Predators. Fire, it's your backup team. The floor is yours. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to let you do it because you have the Barstool. I don't have Barstool, unfortunately, so I'll let you take over this play because I know you're on it.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Jared McCann. I played it over 2.5. I got it at the -139 line. So that was available at Barstool and Sugar House and Bet Rivers. I just love the volume he's been shooting. His time on ice is up almost 3 minutes compared to where it was or his season average. Nashville is not necessarily a tough matchup. It's not as easy as it used to be, actually, despite the fact that they got rid of everybody. I love Jared McCann. He's going to get his ice time. He's going to hopefully get his shots. So I'm taking McCann over 2.5 at -139 is what I took it. A little juicy. You also have the option on a lot of books to play it at 3.5. Did anybody happen to play him at 3.5?
I did. Plus 130. I like the price. The guy's volume's there. I like it. The guy's been a cash cow for me the past couple of weeks. So
there you go.
I think there's only like 2 games of the 9 of the last 10 that he's cleared where he landed on 3. So he's shooting more than that. So I definitely like the angle. I just typically don't like to play the bump in the first game,
I feel that.
That's kind of why I'm laying off. But that line opened at -125 on Barstool. That is nuts.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed I don't have access to it. Otherwise, I would have jumped all over it.
Yeah, it seemed like a bit of a misprice. So even at minus 139, it felt like it was way underpriced. So
Oh yeah.
had to jump on it.
I think they had Boldy on Barstool for like minus 130 or something as well for over 2.5.
And now he's at 3.5. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. Whoever
That
makes those
book-
odds.
Yeah, that book is soft. With them and Bet Rivers, Barstool is by far kind of one of the best for shots on goal props. Unfortunately, I don't have it here in New York at the moment. I had it in Mass, but don't have it here.
Too bad. But yeah, if you don't have access, Bet Rivers, Barstool, Sugar House, they all use the same line provider, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So the lines are the same. But yeah, if you can get access, you can find some great value on some shots that you won't find on other books. And our commenter of the month is here. What's up, Adam?
What up, baby?
What's going on?
Yeah. Let us know your plays. Adam's had some bangers in the chat. So if you have anything, Adam, as we go along, feel free to let us know. Gator, we haven't heard your thoughts on this game. Seattle.
I don't have many thoughts here. I kind of stayed away from this one in general. These two teams, I have never really kind of seen eye to eye with them, so it's a pass for me on this one.
Hey, the motto of our show has lately been we don't force anything, so we love that. And Spittin', anything from you here?
I think I love the Kraken money line, to be honest. Like, I don't understand how Nashville is winning right now. Their team sucks.
Those young guys are rolling.
Yeah, Evangelista, Cody Glass, Thomas Novak.
Like,
I don't understand it. There's no Yossi, dude. What's going on?
Forsberg, either.
Yeah. Saros is playing
Brian Johansson. They traded Michael Granlund. They traded Niederreiter. They traded Ekholm. Granted, they got Barry. But, yeah, I got that at minus 120, I believe, this morning. So really, really good value. Seattle's better on the road than they are at home, I think, by 10 games or something. It's wild. So that's kind of what I'm banking on today.
Yeah, awesome. Seattle's home record from last year to this year is insane. I think they had the worst away record from home last year, and then this year
now
for the longest time. Yeah, they have the best one. I think with the Devils, maybe. Those are the only two, but yeah, absolutely unbelievable.
Look at all those injuries, too.
Do we know for sure if Yossi's out tonight?
Yossi's confirmed. Or Saros, sorry.
Saros, yeah.
Yeah.
But Yossi is still listed as day-to-day. I haven't seen any news on him. I'm assuming he's not playing, but if you're betting anything on this game, just be sure to monitor that situation because he could make a difference.
He said he's out Thursday, upper body.
Okay, so still out. Never mind that.
Yeah.
Like it even more.
Perfect. And we've got from Adam. It's a Tolvanen revenge game facing a former team.
I completely forgot about that.
So another thing to consider, make sure you're following at Firefighter Bets to see if Ray does anything with that new piece of information.
I got to throw him in a parlay.
All right.
I have to. If it's at 1.5. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna check on that and circle back to it. And Adam's also liking the Novak point.
We don't like that. We don't like that.
It's been good value in general.
No.
But Spittin's not for it.
Grubauer's getting a shutty tonight.
Okay, Grubauer's getting a shutty. You heard it here first.
Isn't it Decord in that?
Joey
Grubauer's
out tonight.
It is Decord.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Okay. Alrighty, moving on to our next game. 4 games left. We've got the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Dallas Stars. The Stars are a minus 150 money line favorite with the over-under set at 6.5. Jake Ottinger confirmed for the Stars. Nothing for Pittsburgh as of right now. I'll check that in a second. And Jason Robertson has 99 career goals going into this game, if anybody wants to play the goal angle. Let's start with Gator. Anything in this one?
Yeah, I mean, another weird one. Pittsburgh coming off a crucial win last night against the Avs, but they looked really good. The only issue is them on back-to-backs, which they haven't been great this season here. On no days rest, they went 4-7-2, but they've been better after a win, 4-2-1 here. I don't hate Pittsburgh in this matchup at all. Plus 125 tonight. We'll see who the starter is, but no, I'm definitely leading Pittsburgh in this matchup for sure.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Yeah, we'll wait to see what they do in net, but that could be a nice lead there. Spittin', let's go to you.
I haven't really looked too much into this game, but now that I hear Audie's confirmed and like with how much Pittsburgh's been shooting lately, like Colorado has been so good to shots on goal recently, and they put up what 40 yesterday. So I would like to take Audie saves. I don't know what the line is. Hopefully, make around the 28.5, 29.5 would be great. But yeah, that's some digging I'm gonna have to do after the show.
Yeah, Colorado had 45 last night.
Yeah.
So Ottinger
Wild.
right now at 29.5, juice to the over. But that's another look for sure that I'm probably going to
Yeah.
circle. Good
I
call.
like
I like
it.
that too.
Yeah.
What is it juiced to?
120. Yep.
Playable.
Yep.
Yeah, Spitting goes to like minus 300, so no worries there.
Jesus, dude. Okay, Gator. I played one prop. Seth Jones over 2.5 shots, minus 150. I put a unit and a half on it, so I win a unit, and I won't get they won't stop chirping me.
Hey, listen, if you think there's value on that line, you have to take it.
It was against like Arizona at home or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. If it's 150 and you think it's 160, that's value right there. Take it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like you're giving out
Thank
those
you.
every night. It's not like you're locking
No.
the days a minus 200 money line. So
We're still
you're not that
gonna
guy.
chirp you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, okay. And then we got the receipts from last year's baseball season from Fire, but I won't bring that up.
But like Spittin said, he did hit that bet. He did hit
Yeah,
that bet.
exactly.
Minus
It
500
won.
versus the
Who
Pirates. Yeah.
It did cash. It did cash. Okay, a couple of notes on this game. We actually, a bunch of comments. T-Rex is saying, actually, here we go. It's Hint's bobblehead night. So if anybody has a good bobblehead angle, play that. It's also Robertson's 200th game, which I must have missed in the milestone. So sitting at 99 career goals. So he could get 100 goals in his 200th game.
That's wild. Averaging goal or half a goal a game. Oh.
If Hintz hits tonight and it's a bobblehead angle, I've really got to start diving into that one.
Yeah.
That's something I've never considered. So
I looked into
I'll be
him.
monitoring that.
I looked into him because Pittsburgh they're allowing a lot of shots on goal to center on the year, but
Yeah.
maybe the bobblehead night will tip him over. Who knows?
It's got to be the bobblehead.
All right, yeah. We'll have to watch and see what happens. And then a quick note from Adam. Sagan could be back, so keep an eye on that. Domi and him played well together before the injury. So thank you for that feedback, Adam.
I'm going to end up on Hintz tonight. He's hit in each of his last 5 games in terms of points at home.
Yeah, I was just looking at that as well.
Yeah. Cleared his last matchup against Pittsburgh, too, so. All right, let's do this.
Oh, here we go.
What are we doing?
I think I'm riding bobblehead night.
Rupe Hintz, bobblehead
Yeah.
night. Okay.
Shots or points?
I think I'm going points, maybe a parlay piece here. I got to check that out for sure.
And then T-Rex also noting he thinks Aho's bobblehead night that he had a hat trick or something along those lines. So it could be
I remember something like that. Yeah.
something to monitor. All right, moving on.
So my phone's at 5%, so I have to plug it into charge. So let me know if I'm still staticky.
Okay, thanks for the heads up. We will move on to our next game. We have the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Calgary Flames. The Flames are a minus 145 or so money line favorite. Your over-under set at 6.5. In net, Logan Thompson, I believe this is his first game back, will be taking on Jacob Markstrom. Let's go to Fire first for this one.
Well, Jordan, you did skip me on the last game, so I'm gonna.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. We started rambling about bobbleheads and stuff like that, so we got sidetracked. But I'm playing Miro Ice Skating Point. I got it as a parlay piece once we get to the next game. I'll say what my piece is with Miro, but he has 18 points his last 10 games. On the road, he has a point in 9 out of the last 10. He's getting multi-point games as well, so I like his point for minus 185 as a parlay piece.
Okay,
But,
very nice.
Going to the next game, I've been playing Riley Smith point. I believe his last 2 to 3 games. I mean, they're still giving us a good price. Plus 108. He's on a 9-game point streak. On the road, he's on a 7-game point streak. I think he looks good today as well. Markstrom is in net, I believe, right?
That is correct. Yep.
Yeah, and he's been allowing goals left and right, so that's just a slight lean, just because this will be my third or fourth time playing him straight. So Markstrom's save percentage is not good. He's allowing 3.5 goals a game. So I think Riley Smith for a point looks good today for sure.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Like,
No, for sure, I agree.
Let it ride.
At plus money too, so we'll see.
Yeah, hitting both of his last matchups against Calgary, so I like that play a lot.
For sure.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Spitting, anything from you, Vegas at Calgary?
No, Calgary, like I'd like to take someone on like for shots because they're shooting a lot, but with what Daryl Sutter's doing right now, it's completely screwing with my mind. So they had Kadri benched for like 3 games, and then he played his normal TOI last game, but then he sat to Foley until like the 3rd period. Thank God he ended up cashing his shots. He ended up with like 6, but he had like 6 minutes time on ice halfway through the second. Lucic had more than he did. It was boggled my mind. I don't know. I want to see something before I back anything on Calgary again.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair enough.
Yeah, moving Lucic up to your top 6 is an interesting strategy here. I don't know how Sutter sticks around after the season, especially if they do miss the playoffs here. It feels like he's just lost this entire team.
Yeah. Seen a lot of reports on that, so things may not work out well for him.
Speak out on how he's kind of lost the room.
Yeah.
And like, how it's kind of, not great in the locker room. So I can definitely get him out of there.
Why is Richie on power play 1? That's what I'm.
I don't know, dude.
Sutter is the answer.
Yeah,
like what?
You're asking logical questions, which I don't think you should do in Calgary right now.
He's going out on his own terms. He doesn't.
Yeah.
And Gator, did you have any plays you wanted to highlight?
No, I don't hate Hannafin point here too either. In his last 10, pulling it up here. Sorry, 1 second. He's got a point in each of his last 6 games here at home too, each of his last 2. And then in terms of matchups against Vegas, he's hit in each of his last 2 as well here. That's another plus money play. I don't hate that. But like you said, this Calgary team is just a mess right now. So I'm kind of staying away from them in this game in general. I leaned Vegas earlier today, but just seeing some of that line movement, I decided to kind of stay away from that.
Fair enough. That's why it's important to track the line movement. All right, 2 games left. Next up, we've got the San Jose Sharks taking on Spittin's Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks are a minus 175 money line favorite. Your over-under set at 6.5. James Reimer will be in net for the Sharks, and we don't have much information on the Canucks. I believe Demko was likely.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Thank you very much, Gator. So it'll be Reimer versus Demko. JT Miller has 197 career goals, so if you feel like sprinkling a hat trick, it would be fun if it hits tonight. And Jacob Peterson joins line 2 for the Sharks. Spittin, your home team. We'll give it to you first. Anything in San Jose at Vancouver?
Ray, what's my other parlay piece here?
JT Miller, I'm guessing.
JT Miller.
JT Miller over. Yep.
I play this guy all the time. I mean, he's so good at home. He's cleared 5 of the last 6 at home, 64% on the year. Sharks are allowing, I think, was it the second most? Second most shots on goal to center over the last 10, somewhere around there. I think averaging like 13. They allow high 3, like 3.8 power play opportunities. I just turned my camera off to write all this down. I didn't know this was the next game. And he leads the team with power play shots on goal. Last game, he made me absolutely sweat. He only had 3 shot attempts. And the third one, well, he scored on the first 2. The third one hit his leg and then went on net, and they counted it. I didn't think they were going to, but he's been a GOAT this year for me. I paired him up with Boldy as my 2 favorite player props.
I think he's your new crush over Matty B.
No.
No
But
shot.
just to recap that play, you're doing Boldy a plus JT Miller shots.
Yeah.
Nice. What's the odds on that?
Don't know.
150 I had for that.
Okay.
There you go. Gators on the ball.
Gators
First one.
tailing.
Yeah, I wrote him up earlier. I love him tonight too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He'll be a parlay piece for sure.
We're on the same page. Well, Gator, since you kind of are on this something similar, anything else in this one you wanted to highlight?
Yeah, this could be my favorite game of the day, which scares me a little bit for sure. I had the Canucks team total over 3.5, and then I had the Canucks in regulation too as well. So it's a 2-for-1 here. I was hoping Kappa was getting the start tonight, and then Reimer got confirmed, but it's not as big of a difference as I was concerned about. So Reimer's allowed at least 4 goals in 3 of his last 5 starts here. In his previous 2 starts against the Canucks, he allowed 5 and 6. The Sharks are just an absolute train wreck right now. They've allowed at least 4 goals in, I think, 8 of their last 10 matchups overall. So, and then in the 3 previous matchups against the Canucks, they've allowed at least 4 goals to this team. So I like the Canucks in regulation, especially with Demko. Demko feels like he started kind of at least return to some normalcy, I'd say. But yeah, Canucks team total -135 and Canucks in regulation -105 here. Those are my 2 plays in this matchup.
Very nice. Very nice. And for folks that can same game parlay those, would you do it?
No, I'm not a big parlay guy, to be honest. I usually just take everything straight.
I am very similar to you. So there you go. Awesome. I just know that's a question that we would often get.
Yep.
Okay, but we're going to go to Ray next, but I'm going to highlight something quick from T-Rex.
Yep.
So he says JT Miller at home, so same page as Spin.
Yep.
Loves that one. And Quinn Hughes for 2+ shots. So Quinn Hughes is on a nice little run, so that's another potential option, especially if you have the alt lines on FanDuel that you want to target. Ray, floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm on JT Miller as well. I got him parlay with Miro. I'm not going into depth about it because Spin already did. I got that at +133, but something I'm eyeing as well is James Reimer over 27.5 saves. As I see, San Jose, they're allowing 37.8 shots allowed their last 10 away games. And then Vancouver, they're pretty much shooting the puck, about 28 times per game. Reimer, he's cleared this 27.5, 6 out of the last 10 road games. Just a slight lean right now. They are giving up tons of penalties, so Vancouver should definitely strike on that power play and help us hit that over. So this game's later tonight. If I do lock it in, just stay tuned.
All right, awesome. So a couple good looks in this one. And moving on to our final game of the slate, we have the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Anaheim Ducks. The Jets are a -290 money line favorite with the over-under set at 6.5. Jets will have Connor Hellebuck in net, and Lucas Dostal will be in net for the Ducks. And I guess some line notes, bunch of line changes on lines 1 and 2 for the Jets. So take a look if you're betting on this one at those lines. Let's start with our guest for this one. Gator, any thoughts on Winnipeg at Anaheim?
No, I wanted to target the total earlier today, but diving more into it, I kind of stayed away from it. You don't really know where you're going to get Hellebuck. He played great in his last matchup here. Stopped 29-30 here, but for that 3-2-2. So he's been better. This Winnipeg team has just failed to find any sort of consistency this season. It feels like they were red hot to start the year, then they kind of went on a little bit of a downturn, and now they're kind of feels like they're hopefully trying to climb out of this hole and make the playoffs. But no real plays here. Obviously, I'm sure shots are going to be a popular target, but I haven't really dove into those too much here for Winnipeg. So we'll see what Firefighter and Spittin got in this one.
Terrific. So yeah, let's go to Fire next.
I literally hate this Jets team right now.
Yeah.
It seems just like no one's consistent. I had Nino the other day for just all 2 shots, dropped 0. Had Connor last week, nothing. Morrissey last Tuesday. Well, this past Tuesday.
Morrissey killed us. I think it was 1 game ago or 2 games ago. Everyone was on him.
I can't get anyone right. All their volume is some of their volume's decent, but the guys are just not hitting against teams that they should be hitting against. And for that reason, even they're playing Anaheim today, which is the most perfect target ever. I still don't know who to pick. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have someone. I might not. It won't be Morrissey. I can tell you that. But he will cash today. So light him up.
Yeah. This will be a late ad to see how the early slate goes, and you're like, all right, do you really want to trust the Jets here in Anaheim? So the Wets,
sure.
yeah.
That's how they're playing.
Yeah.
No, but
Gotta come up with something better than Wets, but yeah, Jesus. The Wets, maybe.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. And Spittin', anything for the Wets at the Ducks? It's gonna live. It's gonna live on.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm taking. Okay, if Boldy doesn't get his point, then I'm pairing JT Miller back up with Pierre-Luc Dubois over 2.5. I know. I got Kyle Connor for the first time this season. It was horrible. I hated it. It'll never happen again. But just with the volume that Anaheim allows to the center position, Dubois is actually a little bit better on the road than he is at home. So that would be my target.
Okay, very nice. And that wraps up our final game. So to wrap up our show, we're going to let everyone know where you can find more from each of our hosts, and then we're going to finish up with our Puckin' Around parlay. So before we get to the fun stuff, let's take care of some business. Ray, where can the people find you and your work?
Definitely. You can find me in Better Ways Discord and the Smash Bros Discord, or you can follow me on Picket and Twitter at FirefighterBets. You can find me in those 2 locations.
Perfect. Spittin', what about you?
You can also find me in the Better Ways Discord. Find me on Twitter at Spit and Picklets. Find me on Picket, same handle.
Perfect. I'm very similar at Shot Props on Twitter, Picket, Better Ways Discord, and shotprops.com. Work in progress, where you can find some cool
Best
stuff.
sheets around.
Yeah. I appreciate that. They're coming. We're adding as we go. And most importantly, our guest, Gator. Gator, where can the people find you and your work?
Yeah, on Twitter, you can find me at Gator Betting. Instagram is at Gator Sports Betting. On the website, theoddsbreakers.com. Usually have daily articles there. NHL, and then a weekly PGA one. And then, as always, the Apple Podcasts at Expected Bets for it. So that's where they can find me.
Terrific. Thank you once again for joining us today. Let's get to the fun stuff. We'll finish up with a parlay if you're up for it, Gator.
Yeah, let's do it.
We all try to submit one leg, and we'll go from that. So who wants to kick us off?
What happened last week?
Oh, I think to recap, over the last 2 weeks, we're 2 for 3. We've hit 2 out of the last 3, all at plus 250 or better. And last week, we missed our 4-leg parlay by 1 leg. So we're on a good run.
Not naming any names.
I'm not naming names. We're on a good run. And we're going to keep it going. So
we did Cash Tuesday. So that was definitely
Cash Tuesday and the Tuesday before that as well, I believe. So let's start. Ray, do you know what you're going to play?
Yeah, I'm going to kick it off. I'm going to go with Jared McCann for a point.
McCann points. All right. Spittin'?
Well, I don't like to do this, but I just love Boldy today for a point. I don't like to double dip, but if I'm giving you my favorite, that's got to be it.
All right. So McCann point and Boldy point. Gator, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I like that Dylan Strome play a lot. I had it player props to target, but I think I'm going to go with him today, especially the revenge angle. Just absolutely love that play.
Yep, that's going to add some good value. So
and you're doing that for a point?
Yep, over half a point.
All right, perfect. Okay, I have 3 penciled in, so let's do this as a group. I had Vancouver money line, just straight up.
Yeah.
I have Winnipeg in regulation. I know we don't like any individuals on Winnipeg.
Don't put that on us.
Okay.
Don't you put that on us.
I don't want anything. I don't want my name anywhere associated with the Wets.
Okay,
I was gonna say I've already messed up their name once, so I think that's all the karma we need today.
Okay, that's why we run it back.
The Wets will make us sweat. All right?
Yeah,
don't do it.
And if I'm honest, I'm not. I can't put money on my team. So whatever you're about to say is probably what we're going with.
Okay, we're gonna take Timmy Strudel Stutzla for a point
Oh,
First, Brian
I'll go with
Elliott.
that.
Yeah.
versus Brian Elliott. We love the over in this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's playing unbelievable right
That's
now.
4 points right there. That's all we
It's
need.
all in, and we keep the point streak going. So there we go. So to wrap up, that's McCann for a point, Boldy for a point, Strom for a point, and Stutzla for a point.
Yeah.
We will tweet this out with odds. Tail along if you like it. Good luck with your bets tonight, and thank you for joining us, everybody. We will see you soon.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah. Spitting,
See
I
you
thought you were
next
going